Hi everyone, welcome to Country in the City. My name is Sherry. Welcome back to Country in the City. I'm so glad that you stopped by today to see what was going on. And today, what is happening is I am going to show you my Christmas home tour. And I hope that you all stick around and stay tuned to the end. I'm going to show you my Rae Dunn Christmas collection. I've got quite a few new pieces of Rae Dunn this year. Not all that I wanted, not because I got none. I have gotten pretty much no Christmas over the few years that I've been collecting. A couple mugs is all I had gotten. It was just so scarce. But this year I hit the jackpot. I had some really good friends who were looking for me since I couldn't get out every day, or even sometimes very rarely, but they were hunting also for me, and they found some. And so I hope you stay tuned to the end to see what I do have along. I'm going to show it here in my Christmas home tour. All right, so I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to start with my mantle. And I'm filming, it's a little after 3 p.m. In the afternoon. It's starting, the sun is starting to set and we're getting some weird shadows. So please excuse those if you do happen to get some shadows here. I'm going to start here in my living room at my mantle. And if you haven't watched my mantle challenge video, you can go back and check that out. I participated in Arlene and Kim's mantle challenge at the beginning of November. So we're going to start here. I'm going to turn you around and we're going to start in my living room at my mantle. This is my mantle. I have some fairy lights throughout the grapevine. I have some pewter candlesticks up there with some candles. These are my children's and my son-in-law's stockings. And my children's stockings have their first baby ornament hanging on it. That's my oldest child, my daughter. And that's my son-in-law's stocking there. I have some shiny brights in a crock. Some snowballs, sorry. And a sign there. Tree that my husband gave me. And I just wanted to show you this over here. This is, well, first of all, I'll show you down here. This is my grandmother, my mother's mother, when she was about 16, just before she got married to my grandfather. That's her there. And then I want to show you a picture of my grandfather. I would assume he's probably somewhere between a year to a year and a half old there. It was his first picture as a child. He was born in 1909 or 1910. They're not really sure. He always went by 1910, but in history, we go back into the lineage. It says he was born in 1909. So, but those were his cousin's clothes. He and his mother, my great-grandmother, went with her sister to get her sister's daughter her picture taken. And my great-grandmother decided she wanted my grandfather's picture taken. And so they borrowed the cousin's clothes. And that's my grandfather. This is my tree, my main tree. This is an artificial tree, pencil tree here. It's got some handmade ornaments on it. A lot of like nature themed. I've got just mini grapevine wreaths and pine cones and a lot of wood handmade ornaments. birdhouses, and there's like a snowman there, and some little, there's stockings, and there's a mitten here somewhere. There's a mitten, some more. A lot of them are just handmade. I've bought at craft fairs and that. There's some tin ornaments. I believe I bought those at a craft fair too. Either that or Cracker Barrel. I can't remember because I have some that I bought at a craft fair. But there's some polymer clay ones there. Like this one right here is, I believe, polymer clay, and it's attached to a metal bell. Some felt stockings and mittens and things like that. Tried to keep it more natural as much as I could without spending any money. These paper mache ornaments were my mother's, and my children just love these. Got some wooden candy canes, and then some prim candy canes that I made. There's in throughout the tree there. There's another one. Up there's another prim candy cane. And I made the funky bow and put in the plaid ribbon. I wanted to put burlap in there with it, just couldn't get out to the store to get any, so I used what I had. And over here I just have a simple handmade grapevine wreath made here in the Northeast. Somebody cut the grapevines down and wove them, and they were selling those wreaths for $3 at a craft fair. I just stuck a Merry Christmas burlap picture in there that's been framed. Made a little funky bow for the top to class it up and glam it up a little bit. Some sparkles in there. And this is my plant table. I have to keep an eye on them or I'll kill them. But that little Snoopy ornament is a Hallmark decor. And my mother bought me that years ago. And then here, these two pillow covers. Well, this one here, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and the one over here came from that company Wish. And there's two more in the dining room, and they were like $8 for them. That one my husband got me off of Instagram, an Etsy account. I can't remember the name of it, but he bought me that a couple years ago. It's got a Jeep Wagoneer on it. Kind of along the red truck theme. And then here I just have some little wispy, primitive candle rings with red berries and rusty stars. In my tin candlestick holder. And I have stacked together 3 wooden bowls. And then I have it filled with scented pine cones. And now we're going to go back into my kitchen. And here I have some Rae Dunn in that cabinet. I don't know if you can, if I stand back here. I have a platter back there with a winter scene on it. It has a log cabin. I don't know if I hold you down, maybe it will. You can see it a little bit. This is my jelly cupboard. I actually use it. It's got some jelly and some canned pickles down there and that. I keep my baking pans close. I try to. I just find that I use them more if they're in here instead of on my china closet, my hutch. And then I have my 2-tiered tray. I brought it in here. And I just have some cute things in here. Oh, one of my trees is falling over. There we go. I have a nativity scene there. Little ceramic barn. Little blue Chevy truck there, I call it. My grandfather used to drive a a blue Chevy truck that looked like this with the wheel wells out and everything. I used to go everywhere with them in that truck. And my little cloth snowman. And then here on the cupboard that my father made me, I have some primitive candy canes strung up. And on the top I have snowman bowl, wooden snowman bowl. And my crates there, my Coca-Cola crates. I love Coca-Cola things. I have a lot more packed away. I just don't have the room for it. That was one of my first collections. I started collecting Coca-Cola and Pepsi, but found that I enjoyed the Coca-Cola stuff more. I'm a Coca-Cola fan. I drink Coca-Cola, so. Coke Zero, actually. There's my Rae Dunn recipes. It's a tin box. This is my baking center. So I use this a lot. Most of my baking supplies are in the cupboards here. This drawer has all my baking things in it here. It has, you know, my measuring cups and everything's right there. The refrigerator's here for the milk and the butter and anything else I need, or if I need to put a dough in there to keep it cold. And then here's my little button teapot. Isn't it cute? My mother-in-law bought me this. It's got the teacup on the bottom, the little teapot on the top. And then it has the matching cookie jar, which my mother bought me. And these both came from Cracker Barrel years ago. And then a friend gave me, she was cleaning out her parents' house when they were moving. And they had a bunch of Christmas stuff that they weren't using. And so she gave me that cookie jar. She knew I like snowmen. Ooh, that lighting is weird. And this is my my Scentsy warmer. It's got like a little scene that goes all the way around it. All four sides. Like a little snow day scene. And then up here on top of my refrigerator, I have a very large nutcracker. And my baking nutcracker that my kids got me. And then my snowman nutcracker that holds a picture of my 4 children and our first dog, Kahuna. He has since passed, so we like to keep him here. I love that picture. It was a Sunday afternoon after church, and we went to get our Christmas tree. You can see it leaning up behind them. And we got home, and they brought the dog out and put a Santa hat on him. Because they all had red on. They had worn red turtlenecks with sweaters over them to church. So they took the sweaters off and left their turtlenecks on. Then a friend who used to live in this house gave me that cute little, it's a winter scene and the skaters skate around. It just doesn't work anymore. I think I wore it out because I used to play it all the time. It played music and it lights up and the skaters would go around, but I just like the scene in it, so I keep it. Fresh baked pie sign that I made. And then here is some of my Rae Dunn on my Rae Dunn cocoa bar, coffee bar. Boy, the lighting in here is really weird. Let's see, I have cinnamon and a little jar of marshmallows. Little candy cane making Christmas sweeter sign. Some of my Rae Dunn mugs, comfort and joy, cheer. My husband says this coffee mug is his because it's black and I have a white one. somewhere on here. There's peace. This says sit, but it's got red inside, and I love that mug. Yep. There's the most used mug in the house. That coffee mug right there. One of the very first mugs I found from Rae Dunn was that one. As you can see, my kitchen is mostly the primitive color country red. So Christmas is great for me to decorate. I just have a few snowmen in there. I collect snowmen, gingerbread men. My little gingerbread man Scentsy warmer, wall warmer. And then up here I have some snowman platter, a tin snowman nestled in amongst my red enamel coffee pot percolator and an antique coffee grinder and some antique bowls. The brown bowl, the one sitting inside this one with the blue stripes, was my grandmother's, and she said it was her mother's. So it's a crock bowl. It's like a brown, like the brown bean pots is what it would remind you of, the same color as that. But I still use it. And this picture up here on a plate, that was my grandmother's. It's an antique. Back when I was about 16 and we lived in Kentucky, my grandmother was offered $300 for that plate from an antique dealer. She declined and she said, no, it's going to my granddaughter because I know that Sherry will take care of it. So there it is. And now my son in college, in an upstate New York college, he'll be graduating in a few months, and he is graduating with his environmental science degree so that he can become an NCON officer. And he is the vice president of the college chapter of Ducks Unlimited. So he just thinks that's the greatest thing, that I have a mallard plate hanging on my kitchen wall here. Ugh, the lighting in here is going to be weird. So I'm going to turn on a light. So on top of my computer desk here, our house is small, so I have to keep the computer locked in this cabinet. I have my mother's porcelain manger scene. I just love it. I thought I had lost it last year. I couldn't find where I had packed it away. Oh, I was so glad that when I came across it, like about a month ago, I came across it. Little porcelain church here. I love porcelain churches. That light up Christmas tree came from Cracker Barrel. My mother-in-law and father-in-law bought that for me years ago. I have a little hooked rug chair pad with a snowman on it, of course, because I love snowmen. And that's one of the other pillow covers that I got from Wish. There's one more here I'll show you in a minute. It's a little red truck with the Christmas tree. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm going to turn this way and you'll see my cozy corner. It's a music themed cozy corner. There's a video about it in the Cozy Corner Challenge of 2018 from the beginning of November. A little teddy bear my daughter used to sing to. Some metal bells from Hobby Lobby, a sweet picture that says Hark the Herald Angels Sing. It's got the sheet music on it. The lady in church gave me that years ago. And a funky bow that I made to match the funky bow up here on my burlap wreath. And then you'll see some of my Rae Dunn mugs here, Christmas mugs. This is one of the new Believe red mugs. Some of them have red writing, some of them have black writing, some of them have red inside, and some of them don't. Let me turn this off. There. Then this picture with the snowmen, snow family. It says, "A merry heart doeth good like medicine," Proverbs 17:22. Isn't that the truth? Some of my snowman collection. Here, I have a snowman and some foliage and berries in my Rae Dunn pour picture. Little red truck up there. This Believe sign I made. It's double-sided. The other side says thankful. And I put together a little prim Christmas tree in here. I call it my memory tree because it's got pictures of my children on it that they made in Sunday school or school with their teachers. This was my son's pre-K picture, my youngest son. He'll be 16 in about a week. He was only 4 there. Some prim candy canes I made. Got some raffia. This little fabric garland, mini fabric garland I made for this tree. Cute little ceramic gingerbread house. And then it's got some gingerbread people that I made this year and hung on the tree. It's my middle son, Lucas. There's Lucas again. Jeremiah, my youngest son. Jeremiah, my youngest son. Jeremiah. This was Noah. He's my oldest son. He's the one at college. Here's Noah again. Yeah, I love that tree. I think I'm going to keep it up year-round. I'll just change it out for the seasons. It's in an antique crock basket covered in burlap. It's got some teddy bears down there. And these little angels my aunt made me years ago. She has since passed. My Aunt Barb. Tobacco stake Christmas star leaning up against a tobacco basket there. Primitive angel tucked in with my singing angels. And there is a primitive Christmas stocking. You can see on top is a burlap snowman head, and on it, on the top, is a tiny little snowman that says "Joy to the World." My best friend Jackie got me that a couple years ago. Pardon me. Some Rae Dunn in my marketplace cabinet I found, and it was missing some glass, so I put some chicken wire in it. And then here is some more Rae Dunn in a basket, a bushel basket, sitting on top, a Cabot cheese box that I whitewashed. And this joy sign I made. It is double-sided. The other side says fall and has leaves painted on it. And this cute little primitive candy cane I have hanging here with some foliage. I have the Naughty Nice cheese. Sorry, I have to turn on some lights. The lighting is so weird. I made this out of I had a gingerbread house set left over from last year that my son had won in a basket at work. And so I put it together with hot glue. And yeah, it's not edible, but it's cute. And then my gingerbread loaf pan from Rae Dunn and a bowl with gingerbread people on it, boys and girls. I don't know if you can see them. And some gingerbread cookie cutters. I have a gingerbread girl here, a gingerbread boy, gingerbread mom, gingerbread dad. And there's an older, I call him the older child. Dad's back there. And a primitive gingerbread man that I bought at a craft fair recently. And my Rae Dunn Believe Ho 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 and gingerbread bowl. They are red inside. See? Pretty color red inside. And I have my spoon rests all in my tulle crock. Naughty and Nice platter, my milk pitcher. I have a Noel spoon rest here, and then behind it, I have Peace on Earth and Fa La La, and up there I have Jingle. They all get used when we do dinners and that, and they get switched out. Right now I have a stir on my stove, so it'll get switched out soon. I go to wash that one, I'll just pull another one out. My milk pitcher, I just found that the other day. It's got red writing on it. That'll get used though because we're a milk family. We love milk. Naughty and Nice sugar and creamer. My Mary teapot. I traded to get that this season. The Ho 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 canister matches the Ho 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 bowl down there. I really want the cocoa canister. I heard that it's a really tiny canister, but I would use it. We drink cocoa year-round in this house. Naughty Nice. I do have a few other Christmas. I have Deck the Halls. And there's another one under there. Oval plates. We use those. I have some of the red polka dot too that we use. I have the Merry Christmas mugs that are red inside. We have the Merry Christmas platter. Pardon all the noise. The village is going by and I don't know what they're doing. We live in a small village and they're going by with a bunch of heavy equipment. I don't know. It's quiet around here until I start filming. And then this cocoa pot my daughter got me last year for Christmas. Billy Jacobs prints here. The old mill at Sunset. And this one is summertime or fall apple harvest. And that's the first snow. And that's where we're at here in the Northeast. We've already had a few snows. I have some bowls up there. And my Christmas home birdhouse with the little red plaid ribbon. And then if my son hasn't messed up, I'll give you a look at this room from this angle. All right, and then I'm going to take you quickly. Didn't do a lot in the bathroom, but I'm going to take you in here and just show you my shelf. And we have some cute little Christmas towels. Those towels are so old. I've had them probably for 20 years when my kids were little. And I only use them at Christmas time. I pull them out when company comes, or Christmas Eve, they'll come out in the morning and they'll stay out. I have a few sets of the little fingertip towels that we use. And up here, hi. And up here we have a Be Merry sign. And then I just have a cute little black shelf. I'm going to step over here. Maybe the lighting will be better. And I do have the, backed up. I do have the black Sturbridge plaid. Oh, you can't really see it. Shower curtain and curtain on the window. See, our windows are very high. But some of my little snowmen. I didn't turn on the candle there. But that's it. That is my Christmas home tour 2018. I'll end with showing you my table centerpiece and my table. I have my homespun cloth on my table. And I have some casa beads with a little snowflake and my lit candle in there with some primitive berries in the bottom. And that is all sitting on my wooden chalkboard tray that I made. This is, I use it, set like cheese and crackers on it, and I'll write on it like what cheese it is. This is chalkboard, so I can write like what cheese it is, or if it's in dishes or whatever. Like what kind of olives, or what kind of pickles, or whatever it is. Crackers, pepperoni, salami. But that is my Christmas home tour 2018. And I'm just going to go right here to the mirror and I'm going to say thank you all for stopping by. I so appreciate you coming by and being with me today as I showed you my home for Christmas. I certainly appreciate all of you who have subscribed and who continue to leave comments and like my videos. I certainly appreciate it. I know my channel is not the fanciest channel. I am still in the learning process of how to edit videos, and I am in the process of learning how to do all of that on my husband's big computer here. I usually just do it on my phone, but I want to get better at it so that I can put out a better quality video for all of you. And I just thank you so much for sticking by me and sticking with me here as I go through this learning process. And I would just want to say thank you so very much for being here and for being part of this channel and for leaving such wonderful comments and being so supportive and loving through all of this. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and hope that you all have a wonderful December. All of the events and family activities and that you have going on that lead up to Christmas is part of Christmas and really is Christmas, at least in my mind. all of the shopping that you do with other people in mind, and all of the activities you do at church. It's all Christmas. It's all part of Christmas. And so I want to say, I hope you have a very happy December and a very wonderful Christmas season. And if you would be so kind as to share this video, I would love it. Please share it with family and friends who may need a little bit of inspiration to decorate. They may see something that they like, and they can always leave a comment. I would love it. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful December and have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. Bye.